Alright, so this is gonna be a video about how to analyze enemy comps and how to build a game plan around it live. So this is a must for every single IHL, but also for every single player. So if you want to improve your gameplay, take a few minutes to watch this video. That's all. Let's start off with the screen. Okay, every single time you get into a Valorant game, you get this screen here, okay, where you can see the enemy comps. And from that, we're gonna implement a system called EASY. So ESI, I learned this from Coffeeman. E stands for execution power, S stands for stopping power, and I stands for information. Now the comp we're going to use as an example is Fade, Breach, Jet, Kai and Omen, and the reason for that is just I've been playing versus it a lot in Prague, so I was like, let's make a video. So if we're talking about execution power, we already know that this comp has a lot, okay? If this comp wants to execute A side, for example, we're fucked. And if this comp wants to retake, because again, retaking is an execution, every time you're retaking a site, you're actually executing it. So we know that if they want to retake a site, we are fucked. So if we're thinking a few steps ahead to the game plan, we already know, okay, we don't want to play on site, on post plant, and we do not want to anchor sites because we're gonna get fucked. So what can we do? Solutions is on post plant on B, for example, you can flash into city and you can flash into market, or you can actually just tap the bomb, and when you're like planting, you can actually already take the control. A, for example, again, you can keep like 3 control, and then if they execute site, you just play on 3 and you're chilling. Or you can just play close to 3, and when they start executing, you just push into short. And on Haven is even a better example, like you can go into short and long, because every comp on Haven can retake A, except for the Viper Haven comp, Viper like Harbor comp, it's like not that good, which I'll explain a little bit later. And yeah, pretty much every comp is going to like stand or flash, whatever. So what we want to do is when they're like around here, okay, we want to just go out of the smokes, okay? If we have a breach flash or a breach ult, perfect. But even if you don't have, we can just go out dry, combine like 4 or 5 people with good timing. We're gonna kill them every day. Because first of all, they already used all their util. Second of all, we just have the surprise factor. They will never fucking expect us to go out 4 or 5 people from the smoke. So we just need to go dry, or with breach flash, or with breach ult, or fucking recon if we have, with some big balls and shoot them in face. So that's all. It's pretty easy. That's attack. Defense. Again, for example, the execute A. So just sit in short smoke, sit in heaven smoke, and again we want to catch them like around here, you know, where it's awkward for them. Jet probably gonna be like here, maybe a bit like sooner. And we just wanna smoke main, Kaio flash out, Omen flash out, like when they're like around here, and just go out like 3 people together, and we're gonna fuck them. And the reason for that is because we're gonna kill like 2 or 3 people like here, you know, like the Jet and the like, teammates, and then we can just hold the smoke. Again, they will never expect us to do it. They already used their utility on site, and they're gonna get flashed by us. So it's just super easy retake, like fast retake I call it. Just go practice it, and you will see how much rounds you're winning because of it. And don't use it versus me, please. Now, next up, stopping power. So again, breach, fade, jet, Kaio, Omen. Right, stopping power is the opposite of execution power. So stopping power is how can they stop our executes, and mainly like Sentinel, okay? This is the main role built for it, like Sentinel, and this comp is clearly lacking Sentinel, okay? So again, back to the game plan, we already know a few things, okay? On defense, we can just flank super easy, okay? We can go behind them super easily, because they don't have traps and whatever. On attack, we can leave lurkers super easily, okay? Like on market, go back to take short, whatever, you know? Like, they just don't have like Sentinel or trap to be aware of it. And we can already start thinking about their default as well, okay? Because with a comp like this, they don't have Killjoy, which is the B player. So how are they going to play? Fade here, Jet here, Kaio here, Omen here and Breach here. Reason for that is Fade has to play here because she wants to recon middle. Kaio gonna play here because he wants to flash and knife together. And then Jet gonna play here because she wants to follow up. Omen gonna TP, Breach gonna stand for him, and probably gonna take his ult, and then go back to middle. So pretty much Omen A player, Fade B player. Okay, now this is where the easy comes in for a Jet player. Okay, they don't have Killjoy turret. If I'm a Jet player, all I wanna do is just get this angle. Okay, now if we're thinking back what I said, execution power, not gonna anchor sides, right? Versus a comp like this, so we might as well use our Killjoy to alarm bot this and turret this, molly short, and then have our teammates play, for example, Killjoy short, Omen and Kaio main, with like one-way knife, and then Sova and Jet can just simply play B. So if the Fade is powering to retake B main, Sova can just shoot it for him, or even later if he wants to rotate, sure, like Jet can just shoot. If she needs, she can just do like the one-ways like here, like shoot again from here, go back to stairs, one way, and some cool stuff. So yeah, this is super simple, and yeah. Now, next up, we can attack versus this comp. Let me just delete all this cool stuff. So attack versus this comp, we can simply just execute as well. Okay, if we're playing attack versus this comp, we can just execute super easily as well. Okay, if we're doing it correctly, of course. Now, like I showed, for the like operator, easy is for everyone. Okay, so as an IGL, yes, but also if you're a player and you see your IGL is not like taking these things, you know, like maybe they don't have sentinel, and on attack he's not like putting lurks, or on defense, like you can just call for him, yo bro, we can flank on retake super easily, or you can even call your teammates, you know, like for example, you are like Kaio, Omen, Jet playing on A, and the enemy is planting on B. As a Jet player, call, yo guys, let's go retake from flank, you know, Kaio or Omen, like everyone can retake, like call this, you know. So help your IGLs and win games. Now, next up, information. Now, this comp is similar to the standard comp. Standard comp is obviously this. And in this comp, obviously you have Killjoy as well. But here you have like Kaio and Sova as main information takers, or only information takers. And here you have Fade and Kaio, okay? Killjoy, of course, again, you have alarm bot and turret. But I'm still gonna consider this as normal, okay? Information is relevant when you're playing versus a comp like DRX comp. So this comp, for example, or like Sky maybe instead of Fade, whatever. Because with this comp, you can retake information really easily. You have a lot of utility to take information. And you can also do fakes super easy, okay? So if we're again going back to how to play, so versus this comp, the best way to play is you're just gonna group mid round and push something, okay? These guys can do a lot of fakes, so you wanna get concrete information. Haven, for example, you're gonna group on B on 1 minute mark, push middle. Ascent, for example, like Killjoy, Sova, B players can go market. Omen, Kaio, short players can go like short, like A players, and you're just gonna push as 4, okay? You're gonna get proper information. And yeah, it's pretty good. You know, you can also push aim in, of course, like 3 people, like the 3 A players. But yeah, you need to do it properly so you don't get like fucked by some off angle here. So that's that, okay? This is like how to play versus this comp. And yeah, what I wanna say is that versus like standard comp, for example, okay, you can create easy situations, okay? So, like with information wise, and just like standard like shit. So what you can do is when you're playing defense, for example, like with this standard comp, you're gonna have something like this. And what you can do, Sova can actually recon outside B main, and Jet and Killjoy can push together. Killjoy can break the enemy turret, and then she can ult like into market, Killjoy and Sova like here, like doing some setup, which I'm actually talking about fully in how to play Ascent video and in communication video, so go watch them on my YouTube. And yeah, the Jet can just take this angle, and then enemy Killjoy, which is obviously the B player, has 3 options, okay? His options are 1, go away, exec, option 2, hold, option 3, retake, okay? He's not gonna retake alone. If he's gonna retake, he's gonna take teammates, which they will either contact or they will either use utility. If they're contacting and using utility, like whatever, which one, they're gonna waste time. And if they're using utility, they're also wasting utility. And all we did was just use 1 recon. So again, like time is obviously favorable for us. That's that. So this is how you create like an easy in a standard comp, okay? Because obviously the comp we're talking about this comp has like a clear weakness, which is no sentinel, but in standard comp you can create like weaknesses. Obviously standard comp is usually good, like meta comps is because there's no like specific weakness, yeah? And again, going back to the Viper Harbor comp, there is specific weaknesses, okay? So usually meta comps is like a bit less weaknesses, you need to kinda find out how to make them. So that's information. So that's kind of the system. I will explain the Viper Harbor comp I was talking about, so let's go to Haven. So, for example, defense is gonna be some shit like this, and then they're gonna play like Harbor here, I guess, and then Jet Sky, and I don't know why I'm getting notification, I'm lucky. And Sky. So, what they're going to do is, if they want to fight A, they have to use like the Harbor cascade shit, and then this guy's gonna flash, and they're probably gonna try to walk up with Harbor, but they're not gonna do that. Like they're not gonna fight A. So clear weakness is you can just take A. Okay, you can simply just take A as an attacker, and also at the same time, there's either gonna be no A link player, okay, because Harbor gonna play A, or there's gonna be Harbor, which is a free fucking kill. Okay, so what you can do, go Omen smoke longer, go Sova recon short, or like Fade recon short, and just go contact on this guy's face and kill him. Okay, just you can contact on him, like you can flash dash on him, stun him, Omen flash him, and go kill him. Okay, super easy. And then of course, when you are playing defense, you can just take A control super easy, or you can fake A control super easily versus them, and you're chilling. So yeah, there's a lot of other examples I can give on like different comps and shit, but it's like a lot, so I'm gonna save it here. I'm gonna stop it here. And yeah, last thing I can say is if you're playing versus Astra, for example, instead of Omen on Ascent, like thinking, you can just play Operator here. And then if you get like Kaio Flashed, for example, you play Operator here because you can't get Omen Flashed. And if you get Kaio Flashed, for example, then you can just like hold the angle, slowly repick it, maybe Kaio Flash behind you, maybe Omen Flash from short, and Kaio can like join and do like bounce molly here. And it's really good. Yeah, that's kinda all. So if you enjoyed this video, do some good stuff on Twitter, and yeah, see ya.